running a couple seconds late. I'm trying to get set up. I was in a meeting with Stampin' Up and we ran a little over, and I'm trying to get the comments up so that I can see them. You may hear a little noise when it starts. I apologize if you do. All right, let me see if I can. I hope everybody's doing well. Let me know that you're here and where you're watching from if you are watching me. I'm trying to bring up a chat somewhere, some way, so that I can see you guys. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like frazzled a little bit. Let me see if I can find the chat on my computer while my iPad is trying to find it. Oh, there it is. See, there's the noise. I knew we would hear it. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys are doing well. I am trying to see. Okay, I have my iPad, but it's playing an advertisement. Oh my lord. All right, let's see. This is not a normal thing, but I had this meeting that I couldn't help but be a part of. Hey Sherry, thanks for being here. Hey Mom. I'm very excited about this card as well. And I have been creating like a crazy person. So wait until you guys see next week's Thanksgiving week. It's going to be so fun. You're going to love it. Hey Roxanne, thanks for joining us. All right, let me double check everything and make sure that we're good to go. Woo. When I'm rushing like this, it's like, I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to be waiting on me and I don't have anybody ready. I'm not even ready. Like I had everything on my desk, but I was trying to not just leave in mid-sentence of the meeting. But finally I was like, I have to go, I have to go. All right, let's make sure that we're good. If you guys still want to make Halloween projects, I have both of my PDFs available for purchase. If you go to my online store, it's under Project PDFs on my website, which is inkyhandswarmhearts.com. You're going to click on Project PDFs, and you can purchase those there. I also have my Easter one if you want to get a jump start. You can see last year's Easter projects. That one's also available. The Inky Hands Crew membership. Today is the last day to sign up if you want this week's membership project video tutorials. I will send those out on Friday, so you have to be signed up midnight Eastern Standard Time. It's $7.99 a month, cheaper than a Starbucks, and you get a minimum of 8 video tutorials and then a color challenge and a sketch challenge monthly. Last week I gave you guys an extra card, and this week one of the projects is going to be a framed art project. So if you want in on that tutorial, it's like having a class, a $50 or $40 class for a framed art project. I think you guys are going to love it. And I'm trying to think what else that we do in the membership, but I think you will love it. You can try it for 1 month, and if you don't like it, you can cancel. It's completely up to you. I would love to have you, be part of it if you want to be. If you would like to join my team, I would love to have you on it. We have a fantastic deal, and I'm actually in a group that's a team building group, so I'd love to build my team. And if you would like to be on my team, I would love to have you. You could either save 35% off the cost of the starter kit, which means the starter kit would only be about $65 for you, and you'd get $125 worth of products, or you can get 35% more added to your starter kit for the $99. Thank you, Sherry, for talking about the membership. I appreciate that so much. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Let's see. Oh, the special release DSP. How many of you have bought the special release DSP? What do you think of it? Let me know. And I love it. I think it's fantastic. I've used the tartan, and I've started using the Christmas one, these prints right here. I've started using those. I think it's really good. I love the foiling in the paper. It's really beautiful that it has that foiling running through it. I bought the one with the florals, but I haven't used it yet. I don't have the stamp set that goes with that floral, but I think you don't need to have the stamp set to use it. It's a beautiful paper pack, and I think that it'll go well regardless of whether you have that or not. All right, let's see. Online exclusives, those will start on November 7th. You can purchase. The DSP, I've purchased that. I haven't bought this bundle yet, but I bought the DSP. I love DSP, so I buy mostly all the DSP. But the week of I think it's the 5th of November, I will be using the Fluffiest Friends bundle, so you guys will get to see some projects with that. If you missed if you missed the paper pumpkin from this month, it's fantastic. And the one for November is a coordinating one, only it has treat boxes, 8 boxes for each 2 designs. So if you saw my paper pumpkin unboxing video and you wish that you had bought that kit, if you sign up for paper pumpkin, you can get the next kit, which is the treat boxes, and maybe there'll be some extra kits that you can buy as a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, and you can get this kit. It's not always guaranteed that they're going to have the kit leftovers for, you know, people to buy them once they've subscribed down the road, but it's an option. There's also an add-on this month. You get 20 card bases, 20 coordinating envelopes, and the card side is 5x7, which I think is fantastic, because to get a 5x7 Christmas card, you can only get one out of a sheet of cardstock. So the fact that they're giving us the base of the card and the beautiful envelopes, and we can just design on top of it. I'm really excited about that, and making some larger Christmas cards this year. I don't know if you guys know about the add-on. And the add-on is available right away, but you have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber in order to have access to it. John, you're an honorary member. Oh, you're funny. Look at you bribing my husband, Sherry. He is not telling you because he has to live with me. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the kits collection, if you haven't gotten the Rustic Christmas Countdown kit, it is fantastic. I love it. I bought 2 of them because I'm going to do them for gifts, and I think they're great to do as gifts for people. So consider that. It's only $19, and you get to have this really fun paper advent calendar. People love advent calendars, I think. And then the Christmas Everywhere kit is super fun. It's fun and whimsical, and I think it makes good thank you cards after Christmas, because it doesn't say Merry Christmas anywhere. You can always slap a thank you sentiment on this, and it still has trees for January. So, hey Meme, thanks for joining us. The festive tag kit is also fantastic. So check that out. These are the 5 tags that you get to make. And I guess that's enough announcements. Let's get started. All right. So the annual catalog is what the stamp set is that I've been using. I have been using Season of Chic. And so it's this stamp set here that has the 4 seasons. It has the shells for summer, the flowers for spring, the snowflake for winter, and the leaves for fall. It's an all-season set of products, and the dies are fantastic. They are located, I'm sorry, the stamp set is on page 40 of the annual catalog, and the dies are on page 163. The dies are amazing. Let me show you those. They're on my desk here, buried underneath things. Here we go. You get this really cool netted die, and then you get lots and lots of extra die cuts in addition to the ones that cut out the stamped images. It is a two-step stamp set, so you get to stamp one image and then the overlay, except for the snowflake, it doesn't have a background. But it is a gorgeous stamp set, has lots of great sentiments in there, and I hope that you guys have been enjoying this week's projects. The two projects that I made for the membership group are pretty awesome, and one of those is a framed art piece, so check that out. And if you have missed the mini catalog and you need one and you would like to purchase from me, I'd be happy to send you a mini catalog. Just let me know. This is our holiday one, so it has fall and Christmas and Halloween and some holidays for after that, like, you know, just generic. There's sets that don't have a holiday, but I call it the holiday mini because it has a lot of holiday things in there. So today we're doing a snowflake card, so we're kind of going to Christmas. Or you can make this as a thank you card after Christmas. So this is the card we're making. I have used Brightest Glow for my sentiment that says Season's Greetings. I really wanted that. And I'm going to show you how to make this really fun card today. That's the inside. And we are using the Snowflake Sky, which is in the mini catalog. This fantastic embossing folder. Let me pull it out and show you guys what it looks like because it's pretty awesome. What I love about it is that it has a little bit of snowflakes here, and then at the bottom it's like a blizzard. So you can see that it has more as you get to the bottom. I'm going to try and hold it steady so that you guys can see that. And up top there's not as much. Let me see if I put some paper behind it, if you can see it better. Oh no, that's worse. I would have to put a colored paper. My hand is best. Sorry for the dizziness. Okay, so now you should be able to see it with my hands back there. But it's a great embossing folder. We're going to use that on our card today. And of course, Stylish Shapes. You guys know how much I love that shape set. I use it a ton. It definitely gets the most love in my room here. All right. So let's move all this stuff out of to the side, throw it in my basket, and I'll show you at the end the projects that I've done this week in case you've missed any of the videos. You can get caught up. So we're going to make this Season's Greetings card. So let's pull all my stuff. We have a piece of thick basic white cardstock, which is our base. I like to use, when I have a white base, I do like to use the thick. I think it works out a lot better. You get a better weight to it. Hey, Maleda, thanks for joining us. So we're going to go ahead and place this in here. We're going to put the 8.5-inch length on the top here. We're going to grab our stylus and we're going to score at 4 1/4. Again, the scoreboard gets quite a bit of love also. I have it right next to my desk on the floor. It's like wedged next to my trash can and my desk, and I love it. I use it all the time. Bone folder comes out next. All right. So there is our card base. Now, I love paper. How many of you guys love DSP? Okay, Roxanne, see you next time. I love DSP, so I don't like to waste it. And even though I have a lot of DSP, I probably should just waste it. But I don't like to waste it. So when I am doing my projects, I like to see if most of the DSP is going to be covered, then I cut it in pieces. I don't like to use whole pieces behind cardstock pieces. I just feel like it's, you gotta be a little bit more careful with it. So I've embossed this piece here, which is, I believe, 3 3/4 by 5. Yep, 3 3/4 by 5. I just have to double check for myself. And it is a piece of regular basic white cardstock that has been embossed. I'm not sure if you can see the detail, but I'm going to bring you guys down And hopefully you'll be able to see the detail better of things if I bring you down and you're not on that bright, bright light that I have up above. There you go. So now you guys can see it. So this is the piece of, it's 5 by 3 3/4, and it is going to be the piece that I toggle like this on my white base. And because it covers most of the card and you just have these small edges, I decided that I didn't want to use big pieces. So I've taken scraps that were left over from other projects that I did, and I put them in my card. You see here, you only have this little hint of the pink and the hint on this side, a little bit on this side. So I cut it big enough that it will be right there like that, and then right there like that. Okay, I've used those pieces that I had as scraps. So then when I toggle my piece on there, you see how only bits and pieces show? So I think it's pretty awesome to use that so that you get it to stick out so that it shows in different spots. And then we're going to take these little pieces I had left over of this gingham, and I decided to have it peek out as well. And so those are going to be tucked in because you don't see very much. So why should we use a whole piece of gingham? Who's with me? So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to use bits and pieces to make our card. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to move the white piece away. We're going to try and figure out the alignment first of these small pieces. So I'm going to start with the blue, and I want to lay my pieces down where they're going to show on my card. Okay, probably like that. And then all I'm going to do is bring this one in here and make sure, yeah, that works out good. So let's grab our adhesive and attach those 2 little strips. If you don't want to figure out where you want to place them, then you should just cut your big layers and not worry about it. I was using scraps that were in my little packet of DSP just to get rid of them. So I decided to go this route when I designed my card. So I'm going to put this about 3/4 of an inch, and it's going to be right there on the edge. And then I'm going to have it like so on this side. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, about 3/4 of an inch from the edge of my card. So let's bring this over, and we're going to angle it. So 3/4 of an inch, I'm going to put that on the edge. And I want it to kind of like that. So those are those 2 pieces. Exactly, because you got to use scraps, but you want it to look like it's a whole piece, right? You wouldn't know that those are just scraps there tucked in, but they are. All right, so now we got to figure out how to hide this piece. I might need to trim these down a smidge because it kind of hangs out here. So let's go ahead and bring in my mini trimmer. I'm just going to take a little piece off that edge. I'm going to do little pieces at a time until I make sure that I can fit this on here perfect. Like that. I love it. All right, so this one's going to go like this. Let's lay our white piece and make sure that it'll show. Yes. I don't want it to show at the top. I just want it to show on the bottom. So I have to be careful when I glue this down. This one's going to be about a 1/2 inch from the top, and I'm going to lay it on the right and left side this time. So let's go ahead and put our adhesive on here. I don't really need this whole piece, but I do need the bottom to be bigger. Let's add it on. So we're going to go at the top here, right up against that edge, about a 1/2 inch down. And we're going to lay this on there. Let's see how this is going to look. That looks good to me. All right, and now we got to figure out the bottom section, the part that sticks out down here. So we want some blue at the top, and we want some pink, but we don't want the ends to show. Again, I'm going to trim a smidge off. I think that's the right amount. Maybe a tiny bit more. All right. So let's see. This is probably like 1/4 of an inch that I trimmed off the first time, and it's the right amount. Let's see how long it is. It's 3 3/4 of an inch now. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna figure out where we want this one. I'm gonna lift up. I want it to kind of stick out there, and I want it to stick out on this corner, and that is perfect. You have a hint at the top by the blue, and we have a hint here at the bottom. And I will pull that down just like that. That will be perfect. So let's go ahead and look at it. And I don't want to lift that up because I don't want to ruin where it is. So I'm just going to put some glue behind it and stick that side down. And then I'll do the same on this side, because I like where that placement was. Yeah, that looks fantastic. All right. So now we can add our white layer. So the white layer is going to get dimensionals. So we're going to go ahead and lift that one up. So I will put a lot of dimensionals on here. I may have to pull out a new sheet because I was doing some videoing, and I made a project that I used up plenty of dimensionals. I'm going to fill in right here with babies, and then I should be fine on this project. All right, so let's pull the backs off, and then we're going to attach. I feel a little scattered today, like I'm talking and I'm in a rush. Is it coming across that way? Because I don't want to be like, feel like I'm in a rush, but I feel like, I think I still feel rushed from being in that meeting. So maybe it's just me. Let me know if I'm coming across in a good way. I hope that I am. Look, my dimensional stuck to my finger. All right, so I'm going to hold my card up so that I can see what I'm doing. I want to make sure that this piece goes on, that it covers those edges of the pink. Fantastic. I love that. What do you guys think there? And you know who loves wonky cards? Sherry's mom. Mom loves wonky cards. So Mom, this is for you. Thank you, Sherry. Woo! All right. So on the inside, I wanted to put a scrap. So this is 1/2 of an inch. Maybe it's more than 1/2 of an inch. Let me see. I have to measure. I can't measure on there. Let's see. Yeah, it's 1/2 of an inch by 5.5 inches, and it's going to go right along the bottom, and it's going to match our circle. So let's glue that down while I have it here. And then we're going to do a little ink blending next. Do you guys like? Hi, Deidre. Thanks for being here. I'm happy to have you as part of our group here today. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad that you snuck in. You're always welcome. All right, so we're going to add, whoops, I'm sorry, I'm out of camera. I forget that I've moved you down. Do you guys like when I put the camera down low like this, where you guys are super close? Do you enjoy that? If you do, I'll keep doing it. All right, so we did our inside strip, we did our outside. Now we're going to do some ink blending and stamping. I need to stamp Season's Greetings on this scrap of Bubble Bath, and I'm going to be stamping on it with the stamp set called Brightest Glow. And this is the sentiment that I'm using right here. So we're going to use some Blueberry Bushel, and we're going to stamp that sentiment on this piece. I'll measure it for you in a second because I don't remember the length of it. But I'm going to trim it down. It's just a scrap. And I'm going to stamp to the left here. And hopefully I'll be in the middle. If not, I'll do the other side. I'm a little crooked. Let's try that one more time. Let me get right over the top. Guess what, Sherry? I ordered a chair, and so my chair won't be squeaking for much longer. All right, there is that season's greetings. I'm going to clean my stamp. Hey, Clem, thanks for joining us. All right, I'm going to raise it up just a hair, meme, if you guys are, if I'm cutting out a little bit. It's because I'm used to stamping in the area that when it's higher up. So how's that? Is that better? Hopefully I'll be in camera now and I won't be out. I'm going to use this blueberry bushel in a minute, but not yet. Let's do some ink blending. I'm going to grab a scrap. And we're going to take our snowflakes. So let's bring the dies back out and I'm going to show you. Okay. So we're going to have this medium snowflake, which is right here. We're going to have 2 of the large snowflakes. And then you have these little snowflakes and you get 2 of them in the package. But I cut 3, so I cut a second. So that's what we have. 2 large, 1 medium, and 3 small. And then I have stamped already and die cut out. This snowflake outline cuts out the stamped snowflake, which is this one right here. So I've stamped it in bubble bath and I've die cut it out ahead of time. So those are the snowflakes that we're putting on our card. So you can see that I have them here and they have pink on them. So we're going to ink blend those. So we're going to bring them up onto this scrap paper. And we're going to add some pink bubble bath ink to these guys. So I'm going to grab a small. Bye, John. See you. Yeah, no more squeaky chair. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add this one nice and pink. The next one, I'm going to keep using that where they're going to get lighter and lighter. So there's 3 tones of pink. There's the medium, the dark, and the light. Okay. So I just, by not re-inking, that's how I get the different tones. I'm going to start with the light on here on this snowflake, and then I'm just going to press harder where I want it to be dark. I'm just going to push down, and I want to leave some white, some pink. So there's that one. And then this one here, I want to have, let's see what we have left on our brush. I want a little bit more dark on this one. So there's that snowflake. And then we have our medium one left, and I'm going to do, oops, I'm going to try and use the rest of the ink that's on my brush without having to ink. And I do like leaving some white pieces on there, so there's some white pieces on some of the edges. So that's how I inked up those. Time to bring the blueberry bushel back out. We're going to use a stamp. I'm going to show it to you in the stamp set. This stamp right here is this splatter stamp, and I want some splatter. I guess I shouldn't have attached it to my card. I'm going to have to be really careful. So I'll use my scrap. So this is good that I did it though, because then it will show you what to do if you have done this and then you want to stamp. So I'm going to stamp a splatter piece right here. I'm just going to slide this piece right over the top so it won't get on the rest of my card. And I want like a little splatter right there. And I'm going to do another one on this other edge. I'm glad I actually attached it so that you can see what to do if you do what I did and make a mistake, right? You don't mean to have, let's put it this way. So see, that way it doesn't get on the card. We're going to put some in this bottom corner as well. So I'm going to bring that scrap piece and we'll put a little splatter in this corner. Good. And then I'm going to do this other corner. So I'm just gonna slide that. I'm gonna bring more of it over, I think, just in case I get a little wonky crazy with my stuff. All right, we're gonna add that right there. So there's some splatter. I may add some onto other parts. I think I want one on this corner, but we'll add the snowflakes first. And then if we need more, we'll add it as we go. So we are going to be using this largest circle from the Gingham. This is the Glorious Gingham paper. It comes in Blueberry Bushel. It comes in Pretty Peacock, Pecan Pie, and Berry Burst. Those are the 4 colors. And you have this larger gingham and then the smaller on the back. We're going to use the larger one. And we're going to attach our snowflake that's die cut right on that corner. And then we're going to start basically building our pieces. So I'm going to attach the snowflake first. And I had cut my paper a little short. And so I decided, well, I'm going to put the snowflake there. So if you ever don't have enough paper and you're going to add something to it, you can cut it. So here, see how it's short on that side? That's going to get covered so no one will know. I'm going to put it right there. See, no one will know that it's short. See, it's going to be attached just like that. So you can cover up when you don't have room or you're doing something and you're like, oh no, what am I going to put there? Let's add the other snowflake, the large one, on the top. I'm going to go just down the long stem pieces. That should be enough to adhere it. And I'm going to grab my tweezers. We'll add this one down here. I'm just going to kind of move it around. And it's going to go in that corner. So now I'm going to add some dimensionals behind it, and then we'll fill in wherever we feel we need other snowflakes. So let me grab my edges of my dimensionals, because we just finished this one up. So this is what I do when I have edges. I cut them and use them on the backs. So we're going to do 1, 3, 4. I'm going to put this one in the middle, and then I'm going to use these smaller ones up on this snowflake here. See, I have to, there we go. So that should be good. I'm going to maybe put a mini in that spot right up here. And then I should be fully covered. Let's grab my Take Your Pick tool and pull the backs off. Hey Mima, how's Eileen feeling? Does anyone else see me cutting in and out? It may be your phone, Meme. You might have to go out and then come back in. Sometimes that happens when you connect. Is anybody else having me come in and out? Or are you hearing me clearly? We're going to attach this circle right here on the edge. I'm going to make my gingham straight up and down. It's okay that you're late, Clem, no problem. All right, so we're adding that. Now we're going to fill in with some snowflakes. Now I'm going to trim my Season's Greetings. I want to make sure that I have it the straightest one, okay? So I'm going to trim it here. And I'm actually going to trim it down a little. It's a little wide. We're going to place it without gluing it down where it's going to live. So if I did a little crooked, I can straighten it now. There we go. And let's make sure that this one is straight. All right, I'm happy with that. It's just a scrap of bubble bath. Can someone let me know if I'm cutting in and out for you guys as well? Mima is saying that I'm cutting in and out, so I just want to double check. So I'm going to lay this right here, and I'm not going to glue it. I'm just going to leave it where it's going to live so that I can figure out where I want these other snowflakes. So I'm going to, you know, put them in spots just by laying them out on my card and figure out maybe that one there. I'm going to bring this one lower. I think I'm going to bring this one down and bring my greeting down a little. Just like that. And have those be near that piece. What do you guys think of that? Do you like that? Thanks, Sherry. Thanks for letting me know. And I think that the splatter that we put is enough. I think I can put this away and clean my stamp because I don't think we need any more splatter there. I'm happy with the amount that we have with the way I laid those snowflakes out. So let's start gluing them now that I have them in place. I'm going to bring my glue down here. All right. Let's start with this little one. Just going to put it in the center. And we'll place it down. And this is going to be here. I'll grab the other little one. Again, in the center. I like this stamp set because it has all these different seasons. You get a lot of bang for your buck. You have a stamp set that you can make cards for in every season. And I'm all about having that. All right, so we're going to tuck this one kind of under the circle a little. Whoops, my tweezer didn't come unclipped. There we go. I'm going to slide that in a little more. I'm happy with that. And then we'll do this big one on that corner there. Again, I'm just going to go around the center piece and then do all the legs that come out. And I'm going to use a baby wipe to clean my silicone mat when I'm done. So we'll put this one up here. Got one more to go, this one in the corner here. And then on the inside, I'm going to stamp a snowflake in Bubble Bath on the inside. I don't think I put enough glue on there. Maybe it never come out because it doesn't want to stick. Oh yeah, it didn't come out. It came out this time. That one up there. There we go. All right, let me clean my silicone mat with my baby wipe. All right. So now we're going to attach our season's greetings to the outside. We'll stamp our snowflake inside. So because part of it is rested on here, that's just going to get wet adhesive, but I have to put dimensionals behind the rest. So what I'm going to do is just cut this length right here and put it on this side here, and then pull the back off of that long strip, and then put wet adhesive on this side, and then we're going to add that. I'm going to hold it up just so make sure I'm straight. Love it. Just like that, season's greetings. That looks a little wonky, a little. There we go. Oh, now I made it even crookeder. Am I straight now? I'm straight. All right. What else? Let's stamp our snowflake inside, and then I'll show you how I did my bow. So we're going to grab some Bubble Bath. We're ink up our little snowflake stamp, and I'm just going to stamp it right above here, above that gingham. Isn't that pretty? All right, let me clean my stamp and we'll work on our ribbon on the front of our card. Get my scissor, I'm gonna need that. I have so much stuff all over my desk. I gotta get my mini glue dots. All right, so for the ribbon, we are using a piece that is, let me see how many inches it is. about 12 inches of ribbon. And I'm using the metallic woven ribbon. This is Starry Sky. Okay. I love this ribbon. I love all of these little thin ribbons like this. So all I'm doing is taking the ends and doing 2 rabbit ears and making sure that the tails are even. You see how they're even down here by my pinkies? Bye, Mima. And you're going to cross them and then loop through the back and pull. You're just doing a regular old bow. And I'm just going to pull these ends. And I want my loops to be fairly large, so I'm just going to slowly pull on them and make them a little longer, a little wider. All right, and when I'm happy with my loops, the size that they are, which I want them nice and big, I'm going to pull them down, and I'm just going to hold that knot right there, okay? And on that knot, I'm going to put a mini glue dot. Yeah, I don't know why Mima was cutting in and out, but I hate that that was happening for her. I don't see myself cutting in and out, and I have it up on my computer and on my iPad. It might have just been her phone. All right. So we're going to grab that and we're going to tuck it under here, under this piece, so that that knot is attached under there. Then you're going to allow your loops to flow out, and then you can trim your tails however long or short you want them to be. I'm going to trim this one slightly. And I love that loopy bow, that it doesn't have to be with the knot showing. I think it's a really pretty bow to do. What do you guys think of that bow? I know I'm a little bit delayed. That's just part of being online. There's a delay from what I say to what I do. This one is a little wider. This one's a little more pulled down. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, it's a fun way to do the bow. It's a little bit different. You know, it's not just attached on top. It's kind of tucked under. I think that it's a fun way to try. I am very happy with that one. So that's our card today. So we have the Season of Chic stamp set. We used Brightest Glow for our sentiment. And then we used the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. If you don't have it, put it on your list because it's fantastic. And then, of course, Stylish Shapes. Love that as well. Let's revisit this week's cards. So on Sunday, I made this card, which is with the shell. And on Tuesday's live, I made the alternate easel card, which is the spring. So we have winter, spring, and summer. If you want fall, you're going to have to join the Inky Hands Crew membership because I did do a fall project there. And then I have made a framed art project for our second project this week. So if you think that you would like to get more info, more ideas, Inky Hands Crew is for you. I appreciate those who have joined, and I appreciate those of you who are thinking about it. Anyone who watches me, I'm always grateful to have you on my channel, and you will always get those 3 videos a week. But if you want more, the membership is the way to go. All right, guys, I guess that's it for me. I am going to let you go. Hopefully, John is going to come back soon with some food for me. I have a really busy day, and I have been working on all the projects for Thanksgiving week, fall 3D project week the week after, and then Fluffiest Friends will be the week after that. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you here next time. Thanks for being part of my day, and I'm so grateful to have you as part of my group watching me. Thanks for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping, guys!